this is my first training walk. I'm starting from the top of my village here in Devon. I'm going to be walking home, essentially. Starting off going along this lane here. Very pretty little lane. Then heading along the coast path towards Froward's Point, and then inland towards home. We've only gone a couple of miles, something like that, but I thought I'd stop and show you the first view down here. So we've got the mouth of the River Dart and the sea down there, and then down there Dartmouth Castle. There's some Petrox Church. I've walked about a mile now. I'm just at the start of one of the harder sections of this walk. We're about to enter what's known as Warren Woods. It's a section of the coast path that's dedicated to Colonel H. Jones, who's the highest ranking British officer to die in the Falklands. But what happens is, we go down these stairs here, all the way down to the bottom of the valley, then back up all the way on the other side. It's a massive climb, and it's always very slippery, so it's been quite wet, so it's going to be an interesting, I want to say half hour. It's a long climb down. It's not easy when it's so wet you can't walk quickly down very wet stairs. So I decided this was a nice place to stop down at the bottom. This is Mill Bay down here. There you go, looking out towards the sea. That is not a mill. Maybe called Mill Bay, but that's actually, it was a hydroelectric generating station, if I remember my childhood lectures from my father correctly. I've made it about halfway up. And it's at this stage I'm always reminded something Gollum says in Lord of the Rings. Because first you have the straight stair. And then the winding stair. Then by rights there should be a tunnel with a giant spider at the end, but I'm hoping that's not true. But you do gain height quite quickly in these steep-sided valleys. There you go. Beautiful Devon greenery. I made it to the top. So you can see I've taken my fleece and jumper off and hat because it got a little bit warm, believe it or not, climbing up there. And although it is quite breezy and not terribly warm, once you start walking, it's nice. However, I wanted to stop here and show you another view of the River Dart. There you can see again Dartmouth Castle on the far bank of the river, and then this near bank, just nestled behind those trees, that is Kingsway Castle. And I spent many a happy day at Kingsway Castle as a child. My mother was the caretaker there. It was owned by the local MP. Found a bench, so I thought I'd stop for a second. The path around here, incredibly muddy. Quite flat, you can see, but muddy. You have got a lovely little vista here, looking out across Start Bay, down that way. So down here, around there, Slapton Sands. There was a terrible disaster there during the Second World War when a German U-boat stumbled upon the training exercises for the D-Day landings, and many hundreds of American soldiers were killed. But then down there, right down the end, there-ish, that's Start Point. And you can see the light there from my house, the lighthouse. And you've got the water, sun on the water down there. Bit of lens flare. J.J. Abrams would be proud. This is sort of the end of my walk. So 2 miles from Kingsway, where I started. This is Froward's Point, and this was a World War II lookout base. You can see behind me some of the old buildings. This here behind me was the proper lookout point, and it's now being recommissioned as a lifeboat Coast Guard station. So if we come up the hill this way, you can hear they've got a generator going at the moment. You get this incredible view from the top here, all the way across Lyme Bay, from up here, and just stunning view, very windy as you can tell. Down there, down towards Start Point, which we mentioned before. Then all the way across from Eustone. Another one of the wonderful features at Froward Point here is we have these old buildings here. This one, we've got a good echo going up. Would have been, I believe, an old artillery store. And what used to happen, you saw the artillery in here. Then along here, you got this little trench. If we walk along the trench this way, see, you put in a little step because there's a footpath. It goes that way. And step down again. And you get here. This would have been an old gun emplacement for the Second World War. And there you can see the old lifeboat station as it is now. And there, these old bolts. Fantastic military history. And then you can see why they wanted to be here. Now, there are even more further down, but I ain't going any further down today. But sometimes the waters around this coast, you do get dolphins. Still never seen a dolphin. So I'm hoping that I might get to see one today. But don't hold out many hopes. I'll let you know if I see one. I'll leave you with the view again, with the sun right on the horizon over there. There you go. Beautiful. This is the Daymark. This was built in the 1860s as an aid to shipping. It's 25 metres tall. Don't know what that is in old money. Always used to be an amusing game when we came out here. Was to try and count the pillars. And it's very difficult because you always forget which one you started with. But we'll give it a go now. It is quite a beautiful place. Quite remarkable. Here you go. Up close and personal. All the way up to the top there. And then from the inside you got a puddle in the middle there. There you go. How's that for a view? And then there you go. See as far as you can see. Let's try and count those pillars. Right. If you stand in the middle, it's harder. There you go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8. There you go. Amazing. Then just appearing on the horizon is a man. I think it will be my esteemed father. I've finished my walk. I've made it to the car park here at Brownston, and my parents came up from the house with the car, so it'd be rude to turn down a lift. It's been about 3 miles. It's taken me a long time because the terrain was rough, and then I got slowed down by people at the end. Didn't know mother. But it's been a lovely walk, lovely day. And there you can see in the background there the Daymark in the distance. Lovely view over Start Bay. There we go. So that was training walk 1.